Hi everyone, it's another weekend and this is the Fred Effect platform. So, how do people get admissions and scholarship to multiple universities, yet it's a bit challenging for others to do same? What are these people doing different? Which universities do they apply to? What programs do they apply to? And when we even talk about getting a full scholarship into some universities, what does it mean and what does it cover? Does it cover your flight ticket? Does it cover accommodation? Does it cover monthly stipend? Does it cover only tuition? We will find out in today's section. Hello everyone, you're welcome. My name is Fred and this is the Fred Effect podcast. This is the Study Abroad podcast with me, the Fred Effect. This is the biggest study abroad content platform with over 500,000 followers across our social media platforms. So you're welcome if you're watching us on X or Twitter. Please do follow and then share this so that another person can benefit from the ideas and information we share on this platform. We know sometimes the study abroad process could be intimidating. So what we do is to let you understand the process step by step, talk to people who have been through the process to share with you what they did and what you can also do to make your dream come through. We are live on Instagram. If you're watching us on Instagram, you're welcome. And then if you're also watching us on YouTube, please do me a favor by subscribing to the biggest study abroad content platform and be part of the family. We're also live on TikTok as well as Facebook. Share so that someone else can benefit from the ideas and information we are sharing. So as we do it every weekend, I'm talking to a brother who has also gone through the process. He's going to share with us how he started it, which universities he applied to, what programs did he apply to, how come he was able to land 5 fully funded scholarships from all these institutions, and in which country is he even studying? Is it possible you can also apply to such a program or a university he's studying at, and how do you even get the scholarship? So we'll be breaking all that down here. All that you need to do is to click on the subscribe button. Let me know which country you're watching us from. We are shooting this live from Purdue University campus. So do me a favor by clicking on the subscribe button. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. As we are talking, you can also share your thoughts and ideas in the comment section. Let me also know if you have any questions. I'll be reading them, and then we'll be responding to them as we do it every week. And later on the show, I'll post the link so that you can join us live in the studio to also ask your questions as well. My name is Fred. This is the Fred Effect. Now let's get started. All right, bro, how you doing?
I'm good. By God's grace. What about you?
Good to have you on. So for a lot of people know you, but for those seeing your handsome face for the first time, kindly introduce yourself and let's get started.
Yeah, so my name is Evans Asante Japan and Ivagas for short. That is just my initials, Evans Japan Asante for the Ivagas. And I'm from Ghana, basically, and also I'm currently studying at the University of Boulder, the University of Colorado in Boulder, sorry. I'm doing my master's in organizational communication, and this year is going to be my second year. So that is just a short info or a brief background about me. Yeah.
So which country are you originally from? Which institution did you attend back in your home country? And what did you study?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana, Kwahu to be precise, and also I went to University of Competitive Choice, University
Right.
of Cape Coast, UCC, Central Region. So in UCC, I did my bachelor's in communication, but kind of more into journalism, more into media related studies. So that is what I did way back in Ghana.
Awesome. So, what program are you studying at the moment at University of Colorado Boulder?
So right now I'm studying organizational communication, and I'm looking into uh, communication technology and also non-profit organization. Those are my main interest in the organizational communication field. So that is what I'm doing here.
Right. So you gained admission into other universities. Let's talk about those universities and let's talk about the programs that you gain admission to. If somebody is watching us, take your pen and papers and be writing these universities down because you got scholarship to them. So let's start with the first university you gain admission into, and maybe we delve into why you opted for University of Colorado at Boulder.
Yeah, so the schools that I got admissions into, as in the ones that, because I applied to 16 public universities.
Wow, 16 universities.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's go on.
Yeah, I did that because I knew getting admission was kind of easier, but funding was not guaranteed.
Okay.
So that is what motivated me to apply to the 16 public university. And out of that, the 5 schools that I got a fully funded scholarship were Utah State University, University of Colorado Boulder, Illinois State University, Northern Iowa, and Northern Illinois University.
All right. Somebody's writing. Maybe they missed it. So let's repeat those universities again.
Utah State University, University of Colorado in Boulder, Illinois State University, Northern Iowa University, and Northern Illinois University.
All right. So in terms of the programs, because you had background in communication, did you only apply to communication in these universities?
No, I didn't apply to just communication because I was trying to be smart about the whole process.
Right.
So what I did was the fact that I applied to communication and higher educational programs.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so these were the 2 areas. And even with the communication, I didn't target just one specialization. You know, when you talk about communication, there are different fields. We have health communication, interpersonal communication and social interaction, rhetoric,
Right.
intercultural. It's a lot. So even with the communication, I wrote about almost 6 different statement of purpose because I was targeting different specializations. I was targeting different areas of interest, and also I got opportunity to apply into 2 schools for higher educational programs. That is University of Maine
Okay.
and University of Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa. And I got into Northern Iowa with fully funded scholarship, but I didn't go because of 1 or 2 reasons. Yeah.
All right. So because Evergas has gone through the process, he has a YouTube and a Facebook page. So I'm going to share that with you. He shares his experience, how he applied to these universities, and also how you can also do it. So the name of the YouTube channel is Ivagas Online, and then the Facebook page is Ivagas TV. I'll be sharing that shortly. So tell us, why should we check out your channel? What do you share over there that will be beneficial to anyone who wants to watch it?
Yeah, so it's just about inspiration and it's just about giving people access to the right information because
Yeah.
there are still people in Ghana and even across Africa who believe studying abroad is not really true. A department is going to sponsor your study. Some people believe it's not true. So I just use my platform as an opportunity to bring people on board for them to share their experience and also for me to share my experience. And I'm not saying agents are not good. Yeah, I know good agents in Ghana, but sometimes people fall at the wrong side of these agents trying to help them, and they take a lot of money from people, and sometimes they don't even get the job done. So if you follow me, you get opportunity to learn how to do it on your own, DIY, do it yourself. I teach you how to write statement of purpose, how to
Right.
search and hunt for schools, how to get scholarship and all of that. So yeah, that is what I can say. My platform is basically for just to educate people on the study abroad journey and also how they can fish out some scholarship opportunities in the United States.
All right. So if you you're watching, I'm sharing the screen so you can see it. This is Ivagas TV. So on Facebook it's Ivagas TV, EVAGAS, and then TV on Facebook. Please click on the follow button and you learn a lot. Almost every day Ivagas is posting very educational information that will benefit you if you plan to study abroad. On YouTube it's Ivagas Online. So at the Facebook is Ivagas TV, YouTube is Ivagas Online. Now let's talk about whether you sit for or you sat for any of those tech scores. Did you write GRE? Did you have to write GMAT? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'll be very diplomatic how I'm going to answer that, because
Right.
sometimes if I talk about it, people think you are trying to relegate it and you're trying to make it as if it's not good to write it. I
Right.
didn't write it because I didn't have the money to write it. When I started the school application, I was doing my national service and I didn't have any savings anywhere. So
Okay.
what I did was the fact that I'm going to search for schools, one, that I'll get a lot of free application waivers, and two, I'm going to search for schools that are not taking test course, GRE, GMAT, the IELTS or the
The
Duolingo.
IELTS. Yeah.
Yeah, I made sure that the schools that I was going to search for were not demanding for those test scores. So that is a strategy and I used, and it really worked for me because there are some schools in the United States that are not really into taking those test scores. They've waived it ever since the COVID came, the pandemic. They waived some of these things just to ease the process, and they've not brought it back. So some schools still waive their test scores till now. So I was targeting schools that were not going to take any GRE, GMAT, test scores, SAT, and all of that from me, and it really worked well for me.
And this was because you couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Okay, but would you from what you know now, you've been through the process. There's a lot of experience. Would you advise people who plan to study abroad to sit for it?
Yeah, things are now changing. I know a lot of good people with good credentials, academic background who applied this year, and I thought they were going to actually get accepted, but they didn't get accepted. So I sat down to do my research and I realized that it is really becoming tough, especially in the United States. UK, Canada, I don't even want to talk about it because they've brought some laws that are now not really favorable to international students. US, still the same, but I think the changes are really happening in the individual schools, and nowadays it's really competitive. So I would say if you have the opportunity, if you have the means, if you have the resources, why not? You should take the test course because there are times where a school wants to decide on giving funding opportunities to two people. And maybe all of you have the same second class upper, or maybe first class, first class. They will look at what A is having that B is not having. So maybe if they check and everything, all your recommendation letters, all of you are like, you are just the same.
Mhm.
They will check other things, like I said, other things that maybe Amma is having that Kofi is not having. Maybe they will
Right.
check, they will see that Amma has test scores and you don't have. They will give the opportunity to Amma. So it's very good to write the GRE if you have the means and the money. But if you don't have, you should look for schools that are waiving it.
Okay. So, with people who do not also have the finances to pay for application fees, you said you were national service personnel, right? How
Yeah,
were you able to fund, applying to all these multiple universities? You said 16 universities?
yeah, 16. And
Oh,
yeah,
wow. So we'll talk about the difficulty, people have in terms of getting recommendation letters. And for you to get recommendation letters to 16 university, at least any of them, taking like 2 or 3. Let's talk about how were you able to fund this up? Because the application fees, transcript evaluation and all that. So let's first talk about, did you evaluate your transcript? Does it mean that the schools you applied to did not require evaluation? Let's talk about that.
yeah, I knew of a friend who wanted to apply to a particular school because the school actually had a lot of funding. I'll
Mhm.
mention the name of the school, Ball State University.
Right.
But State University, whether you are first class, whether you are second class upper, you have to evaluate your transcript.
Right.
She evaluated a transcript and spent a lot of money with the evaluation, but she didn't even get admission into that school. So it's all about planning, and it's all about your research interest and how it overlaps with people, and it's all about being strategic about the whole process. When I was starting, I knew it was, capital intensive. I knew I needed to gather some money, but I didn't let that take lead because if I'd thought about that, or if that was the main focus, I wouldn't have started at all.
Mhm.
So I really didn't pay attention to how I was going to get money to pay the application fees. I just moved into it with my all. And I believe, and I said to myself, when it's time for me to pay the application fees, God is going to make provision. That is the motivation I had. So I started searching for schools that were, during this period, I guess September, some schools are going to give free application waivers and all of that. So
Yeah.
I was getting some of those schools, and it really worked well for me.
All right. So somebody's asking in the comment that Stephen Barnes is watching us on Facebook and he's asking, can you share the link? Yes, so I'm going to share the link to Ivagas TV and Ivagas Online in the comments so that you can easily click on it, go and subscribe, go and follow as well. That would be super helpful. Now, if you want to study abroad, that's one thing people have to understand, that people have been through the process. They've made mistakes. They know the way out. There are some websites that sometimes you cannot even access at a certain place, but you can access it here in the US. So talk to people, watch videos of people who have been through the process so that you wouldn't have to stress or go through the same challenges they went through. And it's easier when people have, gone through a certain path and they've already gotten the way through. You just have to copy the template and follow, right? And maybe adjust it in one way or the other, and then you'll be fine. Let's talk about, so you mean you did not evaluate your transcript, right?
No, I did not evaluate it. Yeah.
So it means that all the 16 universities you applied to did not require evaluation. Then why are people making it a big deal that, you have to pay for evaluation if you want to study abroad?
No, the money you are going to use for the evaluation can pay 3 schools. You can use it to pay 3 application fees, and you can get into them. So, one thing I've learned about this study abroad over the time that I came here, starting the YouTube and all of that, is that
Yeah,
there's no one size fit all approach. Like, it's very different. You never know what is going to work for someone, and sometimes
exactly.
when you are able to find the reason that actually helped someone to gain the scholarship, you be like, really? Because myself, this school, I believe so well, so much that it was just an encounter with one professor that made me come into this school. So I even knew I was going to get into this school even before I submitted my application. So it's all about how you strategize yourself. And like you said, the informations they are out there. Those times I remember I used to watch you and other YouTubers, Onyina and others. And today here am I, because we just follow the step, just follow, and what you say is not really different from what another content educational creator is going to say. It's very similar. It's just the way they are saying it is going to be different, but you still get the same idea they are trying to preach, and that is what actually helped me. So 16 public universities, I paid for just 3. My friends who were in the state helped me pay for 2, and I
Okay.
paid with my money just for 1, and all the others I got free application waivers.
I see. So you share the tricks, the tips and tricks with us. Shout outs to Kingsford Onyina. He's doing great. He actually made the study abroad content creation something that it was worth it, because prior to him, most people that have started, it wasn't that active. So shout outs to Kingsford Onyina, and there are a lot of our brothers and sisters who are also doing great. So Miss Hetty, there is Peter Belwa. I don't want to leave any name out. There's
Yeah.
Irene Luchard. You can mention some of the names. I mean, we have to give shout outs to them, and we are trying to say that our brothers and sisters are doing well to be able to explain the process they went through when they were applying, so that you can also learn from it. So whilst you are subscribing to Ivagas Online, Ivagas TV, subscribe to Kingsford Onyina YouTube channel, Shy Guides, there's Peter Belwa TV, Nana Bafo in Canada, Planner Head GH in Canada.
Millionaires, Sam
Yeah, Toko
Charles,
Millionaire.
too.
Yeah, bro, mention. We have to give shout outs to them. Mention them.
Yeah, we have Barikisu. Barikisu too. She was even doing more communication stuff. So her content actually suited what I was doing. And like you
Yeah,
said, Peter too, like sometimes, although Peter is Canada, but the motivation behind his staff were just, putting us there.
yeah, yeah.
Choco Millionaire, Sam
Everyone in
Charles.
Spice. There's everyone in Spice
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah. So Barikisu, the name of her channel is Grad School Cafe.
Yeah.
She's pursuing a PhD, and I think University of Michigan. great lady. Check out Barikizu's channel. It's called Grad School Cafe. And yeah, Aaron Boatin is doing Aaron Inspires, amazing guy. And I don't know if I left anybody out. I just don't want to leave anybody out.
Don't believe it's a lot.
Yeah, it's all about our brothers and sisters are really doing well, and they are putting in the work. So subscribe to these channels, learn from them, and then definitely you'll be fine. So let's move on. Looking at the stress you went through, and now getting here, was it worth it?
It's actually worth it. Land of opportunities, and I'll say this like this is more like a funny quote. People say that abroad is US. When you tell your family members you want to go abroad, the first thought that comes into people's mind is US. So, and actually, where we came is actually the truth. Just that sometimes some of us, even ourselves, myself included, the things we do, sometimes it sends a different picture to our people back home. And the
Right.
things you don't suffer here or you don't go through certain challenges. Sometimes you even tell them certain things and they doubt just for the fact that you are in a state they
Yeah.
believe everything should go well with you. But I think that is actually a misconception that people actually have. So it's not all rosy, but then it's very, 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 very good as compared to where I was and the kind of things I was trying to do for myself as a youth growing up and trying to figure out life for myself. It wasn't really easy back home, but actually when I came here, I'm not there yet, but I think by the grace of God, I can see that things are really going as planned. And once you decide that you're going to do something great with your life in the next
Yeah.
future, here makes it very possible for you to do everything that comes into mind.
Right. So, with all these universities that you apply to, people find it difficult to get recommendation letters. How did you go about yours, or are there schools you apply to that did not require recommendation letters that you can share with us?
All the schools requested for 3 recommendation letters. I think it was only one school that requested for two. I think Northern Illinois. All
Okay.
the all the others 3 recommendation letters. So what I did was that the time I started my school application, it was in 2021 when
Hmm.
I had completed from UCC. 2021 when I was doing my national service.
Okay.
My friends had started the application process, priority deadline, late application. But when they told me about it, because I didn't have the means and I even didn't have my birth certificate ready. And
Right.
without a birth certificate, you don't even have a passport.
Yeah.
So I realized, some of my cohort, my groups, they were like, what, let's go and pay money so that we'll get the birth cert express and you can use it to apply for the passport. But at that time, I had no money. The mindset was not really prepared for the journey. So I told them, no, I'm not doing this year. I'm going to use 2022 to prepare. Sorry. So January 2022, that is when I started gathering money to look for my documents and started talking to recommenders ahead of time, like proactive about it.
Hmm.
So I just called some of in school. I didn't know this. So one advice I'll give to people is that if you really want to use the school route and you are in school now, you have to start building a rapport, a relationship with your faculties because
Yeah.
we don't do that back home. And sometimes I really understand why we ask them for recommendation letters and they don't give it to us because they don't even know you. If you mention your name right now to one of your professors, they don't have a face attached to your name. We were 200 in my class, CMS in my class. And sometimes I even sit in the middle and at the back. How do you expect a professor to know me personally if I don't go to him on a personal level, office hours? We don't even utilize office hours back then. It's when we came here, we realized that office hours is very, very important. So I think what I did was the fact that I had a professor who was like a distant family member, who was the HOD in a music department in UCC. I had that rapport with him because his wife was also part of theater performance, and in school I happened to act on stage, like I did stage performance. So because of that, I had a rapport with the wife and with the man, and the man was an HOD in a music and theater department. So that was one of my recommenders. And also my church pastor, in school I was a prayer secretary in my church. So my church patron, God bless all of them. Pastor Tibu was also an administrator in UCC, an administrator for international whatever affairs.
So not necessarily a professor or a lecturer who taught you.
No. I just made sure that all the three recommenders I was getting, at least just one was the professor who taught me. All the others were just people from outside.
Oh, okay. Okay, people don't know that they think that you only have to get recommendation letters from your school or professors.
No, it will be very hard for you to get all three from professor. Even the professor who supervised my project,
Mm-hmm.
when I sent him a message that he should recommend me, he told me he's busy, so I should apply through the department. And I didn't want to apply through the department because when you apply through the department, they will give you a generic recommendation letter that they give to everybody who applies through the department. I
Okay.
wanted a personal recommendation letters. That's why some nowadays what is trending for tech
Mm-hmm.
you pay for whatever, and they are going to recommend through the department. I don't advise you do that because that is not so personal.
Okay.
You want a personal recommendation letter where the person is going to be, oh, I know he comes to class early, he participates in group assignment, he does this, that. When the admission committees here sees that, they know that indeed this person actually knows you.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
So that is what I did for the recommendation. I just spoke, like I interacted with them in advance. I was proactive about it. So when it was time for me to get the recommendation letters, it became so easy. So that I had four friends that I was doing the school with. All of them, by
Okay.
the grace of God, they are here. And it got to a point in time, they were shocked how I was applying to schools at a faster pace. But I also didn't have any option because they were willing to recommend. So if they were willing to recommend, what I needed was a free application waiver. So I
Okay.
just put in my documents, I'll send them the link, and they were recommending like that. And by the time I realized within the space of 1 month, I had almost like 6 applications done.
Wow. Wow. This is interesting. So if you are just tuning in, you're not late. This is the Fred Effect platform, and this is the Study Abroad podcast. We do this every weekend, and we bring people who have been through the process to share with you, their experience and what they did to get to where they are. Sometimes we also get in touch with admission officers of various universities to come and share with you the various processes you need to go through in order to get admission and scholarship into those universities. And on this Friday, we'll be speaking to an admissions officer from St. Cloud State University, as for him to share with us how you can also apply to that particular university. So you don't want to miss that on Friday. So you're not late, you're still here. Please click on the like button. That is the best you can do to support the Fred Effects platform. And make sure that you subscribe to Ivagas Online, as well as follow Ivagas TV on Facebook as well. Later on, Ivagas will be explaining how you could get in touch with him if you need personal assistance, or you need him to go through your documents for you or anything like that. So we will be asking him more questions, but please send your questions also in the comments, and I'll be asking him on your behalf. But if you're wondering, Ivagas has already explained that he applied to 16 universities, got admission into more than 5 of them, and he's currently studying at University of Colorado Boulder. Now, University of Colorado Boulder has about 81% acceptance rate, and this is their website. So I'll be sharing the link to their website. There are a lot of other programs. It's a public funded university that you can also apply to. So this is the website of University of Colorado at Boulder, and then we'll be sharing other universities that Ivagas apply to as well. So how did you hear about this university, and when it comes to your scholarship, was it automatic with your admission, or you had to submit a separate application for it?
So yeah, thank you for the question. I think one thing that I was doing when I was in Ghana was the fact that at least I targeted 3 schools that I knew the moment I get admission, I get funded.
Okay.
And CU Boulder is one, Utah State 2 is part. Utah State, once you get admission, you get in funding. And I think
Okay.
Maine, University of Maine, once you get admission, you are getting funding. So I was intentional about it. So I think one word that comes into mind is intentionality. You have to be very intentional with the study abroad journey, because sometimes you have to apply for separate assistantship, and sometimes it takes a lot of time, and it's a whole lot. You have to go through 1 or 2 process. So that is what I was doing. But I actually heard of CU Boulder through a friend. My friend is also now in the States. He's in University of Maine.
Shout outs to him.
Yeah,
Let's give him. So what's his name?
Emmanuel Odro.
Oh yeah, I know Shout out to Emmanuel.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering what Humane is, so this is the website of Humane. It's called University of Maine, and they have several campuses, but the bigger campus is located in a city called Orono. And of course, if you check on their website, there are a lot of other programs. Some Ghanaians have been able to make it, like Ivagas, the friend of Ivagas, Emmanuel. Shout out to Emmanuel. By the way, all right, let's continue.
Yeah, so he told me about CU Borders free application week.
Okay.
Normally what they do is that they can give you 1 month from August 1st to August 30th or 31st.
Mm-hmm.
It's free application week. So any application you are submitting to any department is free.
Oh, okay.
Once that 1 month period is over, it means you have to pay the application fee. So Iman came to tell me about it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. So both of us applied, but because we didn't see it early, we submitted the application 2 days before the deadline of the free application week. And when we submitted, it was not indicating free application waiver. It demanded we pay. And that was one of the most expensive application fees that I encountered. It was almost $85. Now that is no money in a way here. But in Ghana, when I did the equivalent, it was a lot of money. And I was like, ah.
And
And
now, if you convert, it's the exchange rate. So yeah, that's huge. And to get $85 application fee waiver, that's good. And that's why it is important that you follow the platforms that are sharing this information. That, for example, if you get an $85 application fee waiver just by subscribing to Ivagas TV or following the page, and liking the post over there, be engaging. That's the benefit you get from the platform as well. Please go ahead.
yeah, so 85, I couldn't pay that money because that was almost 1,000 Ghana cedis, even plus, almost 1,300, 400 at the time. And that was also one of the statement of purpose that I really poured my heart into. You see, Uboda, when you are coming to communications department, they're gonna tell you they need 1,000 words. Most schools they don't tell 1,000. Most schools they tell you they need 500 or 2 pages. But Boda was like 1,000. So I really poured out my heart in writing that statement of purpose. Almost 4 pages. I'm done writing everything, and just to tell me that the money, the budget they allocated for that free application week is finished. So I was really nah, this application must go. So I told my friend about it, and he's like, "So what are we going to do?" So that is when the power of code email came in. So I said, "Nah, I'm not going to let this slide." So I went to CU Boulder's website, communications department, the then director of graduate studies, Professor David. I just took his email and I sent him an email. My name is Evans. I'm from Ghana, interested in your program. I'm trying to apply. It was free application week, but the international admissions are telling me the budget is finished. They are waiting for other budget. So if that budget comes in, that is when they can approve my application. Then he's like, okay, I can give you a free application waiver, but can you tell me one paragraph why you think I should give you the free application waiver? So I just went back to my statement of purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a portion where I wrote about how my research interest aligns with certain professors. I even quoted their research work and a publication they did in recent times. So
Right.
I just went there to copy that aspect and added one or two things. I went to their department website to look at their values and their diversity statement, and I included a bit of that in it. When I sent it to him, he came back, he was like, amazing, I'll be part of the admission committee. So that is when I knew, even I've not submitted my application, but I knew I was going to get that school. Based on the
Wow.
comment that man passed to me, I
Right.
knew I was going to get into that school.
So what do you think about people who ask for application waiver on the basis of, I cannot afford it, I don't have money to pay for application fee, can you waive for me? And how best do you think they should put it based on your experience?
Yeah, that was not really a valid, like, if you go and you be like, I don't have money. You
Yeah.
have to create a story. And sometimes too, we overdo it. And sometimes we go with the idea, it's like, Africa, every time we don't have money. So you shouldn't create that impression for them because nowadays they are used to that. So tell them something tangible. Let them don't just go and ask for application fee waiver. Let them know how your research interest overlaps or aligns with theirs, and the fact that if they take you in, it's going to benefit them and it's going to benefit you as well.
Mhm.
So you are trying every possible means to pay, but maybe the exchange rate and also what you are doing now, you really cannot afford it based on. So you should, it's just a story that you have to create for them, and once they see the genuineness of that story, they will give it to you. And I think you should ask, because my application fees were not just from free application waiver codes. There were some schools that I personally asked for application waiver, and they gave it to me, just to me. Other people applied to the school and they paid because they didn't ask, but because I asked, I got opportunity to apply to certain schools. And the code, sometimes the code they generate is very branded.
Yeah.
But the code I got, because it was personal, it was like long. I couldn't even capture it. I couldn't
Yeah.
even mention it because I asked. So I think that is one of the strategies. You should just let them be sincere. And when they see a statement that is sincere and genuine, they will know.
All right. So you're still here. I'm talking to Ivagas TV, Ivagas Online. We share the same name, Japan, right? So Ivagas is studying at University of Colorado at Boulder. The University of Colorado has a lot of campuses, right? So which other campus should people know of?
It's just one campus. We just have the east side. But it's just the same school, the same. We are still in the same place. It's just sometimes the campuses you just have to, something like engineering. They
Mhm.
are on the east campus, so you just have to take a bus to that side. But it's still one at the same place. It's just that when you come to Colorado, we just have University of Colorado Boulder, and we have
Mhm.
Colorado State University,
Okay. Okay.
which is in Fort Collins,
Mhm.
and we have University of Denver, and we have University of Colorado Mines. So these are the three major schools that we have here. Yeah,
Okay. So is there University of Colorado Denver?
yeah,
Okay.
Denver.
Okay, so there's University of Colorado Denver as well. All right,
Yeah.
so Ivagas also spoke about Utah State University, and this is the website of Utah State University. So what we do here is that this is an educational platform. So we are not just saying it; we are showing you how you can find the university's website and all that to help with your process as well. So Evans, when people mostly ask, as a student, are you working as well? And if you're working, what do you do? What kind of work do you do? Can you explain that aspect? What is your situation? Do you work as a student?
Yeah, I work. So I'm a teaching assistant. I teach um, freshman, sophomore, senior, and junior. And that is the same as Ghana, undergraduate level 100, 200, 300, and 400. So sometimes it's a mix of these students. But my first year I was teaching, and most of the students were freshmen, undergraduate students,
Okay.
almost 50 students, but I divide them like two sessions. So first session on the same day, first session 1 hour, second session another hour on a different time. So that is where I get the scholarship from. You are working for the school, and the school will be like, good and faithful servant. Because you are working for us, we are taking off your tuition of about 50 to 60,000 US dollars.
Right.
University of Colorado is saying that because you are teaching our students, we are taking off your tuition. You are not going to pay anything, and we are going to give you something we call the Gold Anthem Insurance, which is health insurance. So you go to everywhere. Even this month, I have to go. My teeth, I have to go and wash it and do everything. It's free. The department is taking care of that as well. And after that, the department is saying that, some schools they pay student fees. The
Right.
department is saying that you are not going to pay any student fees as a result of you teaching. And they're also saying that, you know what, at the end of the month, I'll give you money. And that money you can use to eat, you can use to buy groceries, and you can use to pay your rent. So, what again do you want?
Right. Okay, so the long and short of it all is that, as a student, you are working, and then that's out of that, that is necessarily the scholarship, and they pay you. So is the payment like every week? Is it 2 weeks or maybe monthly?
No, Boda is monthly, so you're gonna get it the last working day of every month.
All right. So let's pick out some comments in the in the comment section. It's been an interesting conversation. I'm personally learning a lot from my brother. So do us a favor, click on the subscribe button, share so that another person can benefit. Remember, all the time, this session will still be live across all the Fred Effect social media platforms. So it will still be live on YouTube. When you go to YouTube, there is a video section, there is a short section, and there is a live session. So this section will be this video will be under the live session, so you can watch all the previous episodes with all the admissions officers we've spoken to. The Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa, a team of former visa officers. We've had conversations with them under the comment under that session as well. So on Facebook, this session will still be live. So if you did not join early, remember, you're not missing out. There's a lot to learn as well. So thanks for the education. Joe Carl is watching us on Facebook. Bisimbu, which country are you watching us from? Bisimbu is watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and he said very good idea from him. Yeah, Evans is full of wisdom, bro. So he's really bold guy, very courageous. Thanks for the education. That's Joe Carl. And then Bismarck as well. Randolph is saying, kindly ask for his department and program for me. So he's studying communication. So can you repeat that?
Yeah, organizational communication. We have three specializations here. We have rhetoric, community and social interaction, and organizational communication. That's where I am.
All right. So I know there are some students, their stipends is around $1,000 every month, $2,000. Approximately how much does students at University of Colorado take? And then we come to the expenses. How much are you paying for rent and all that?
Yeah, so it all depends on the state. If you are
Okay.
in low income state, and one thing I've realized about these people is the fact that they will give you stipend in a way that you'll be able to take care of the rent, and at least you get some to buy groceries and some to save if you
Yeah.
are a saver, you know. But it's recently I spoke with one of my friends and I realized the stipend is taking almost $800, which is not it really. I was really shocked because if his rent is 600 bucks, $600, and the department is giving him 800, it means it's a no. So you have to check all of this. That is why before you even come, you are going to be given an appointment letter where you know everything that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
So see you, Buddha. um you're gonna take almost $32,000 at the end of every month,
Yeah.
and the 32,000.
That is 10,200. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, $3,200.
Yeah,
So you're gonna
3,200 every month. That is the gross.
Yeah, that's the gross.
Okay.
So when you see that money, you'll be happy back home. You are rich. I'm going to be rich here. In 1 year time, you're going to be rich. Because if I'm to take that money back to Ghana, it might be even more than one of my lectures. I just
When you talk about this issue, it will come for you, bro.
that's
so,
why that's why I'm making my voice down.
as a master student, gross of $3,200.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've,
Okay.
they've,
So,
they've even increased it. So it's around that area. But at the end of the day, like I said, you're gonna pay here, you're gonna pay like your health insurance because the health insurance is 91%. You're
right.
gonna you're gonna pay like the other percent, and it's like 200 and something dollars for the whole semester, 200 and
Okay.
something dollars. And when you pay that, another thing you're going to pay is the fact that you're going to pay taxes. And the taxes, what I know for here is that taxes are being taxed based on where you come from. And Ghana,
Mhm.
our taxes are huge. So they take taxes almost 400 plus bucks from that money.
Oh, okay.
So if they take 400 bucks from that money, it's a lot that is going out from that money. But the
All
good
right.
thing, the other side is that it's very expensive to live in Boulder.
Okay.
Because Boulder is more like a recreational place where people, after they retire, they buy houses here and they come here for relaxation because of the mountains, the Chautauqua, the Sugarloaf Mountains, and all of that. So here it's very, very expensive to live here. I pay rent, and my rent is almost $1,000 a month.
Oh,
My
wow.
rent, yes, my rent is almost $1,000 a month. If I add everything, including Wi-Fi and
Yeah.
utilities, it's almost $1,000 a month. But the good thing is, if I still make those deductions, I'm still
Mhm.
able to survive on the money and still have some money left, as compared to other my other colleagues in other states. So that is one thing about their expenses is very, very good. But at the end of the day, when you make some deductions from it,
Mhm.
and you don't take time, you are really going to waste all the money. So that is the expenses here in Boulder. Yeah.
All right, so we are still here, and I'm talking to my brother, Evans Japan, and then his social media platforms are Ivagas TV on Facebook and Ivagas Online on YouTube, because he has been through the process, applying to so many universities and getting into a fully funded scholarship. He has the experience to be able to guide you through as well. Check out these platforms and then subscribe and follow as well. So, going on, if you're supposed to advise your younger self, like if you're supposed to talk to yourself some years back, what were some of the things you would have changed if you were supposed to start this whole process all over?
I would have started early, way back in UCC. And although I finished my bachelor's with second class upper, I think I was not intentional about this whole process. Some
Hmm.
people were, so because of that, they really put in the work and they were building the relationship with the professors in school. So those people, it became very easier for them to transition from Ghana to this place. That's what I didn't know. I learned this whole process in a very hard way. And even till now, it affects me because those times I remember in Ghana, I was not sleeping. I was always sending code emails, like doing a whole lot of things just to get through. I applied to Ghana Army and
Yeah.
I didn't get access to it. So I used this as option B, and lo and behold, it actually worked for me. So it was a lot of things happening at that time because I was not really getting jobs in Ghana, although I got a job that at least I was getting like almost $200, $120 a month in Ghana
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
the job that I was doing. At least it was still not enough because by the time I pay rent and everything, and I was wondering, I'm the firstborn, and if I'm the firstborn, and this is what is happening in the outskirts of Accra, how do I make it and take care of my younger so my younger siblings and all of that? So I made sure that no matter what, because now, if you are in Ghana, the one of the legal means for you to come to abroad is the study abroad journey
Process.
or
Yeah.
using the route. So I made sure I was giving it all my time. It's a full-time job, so I was not joking with it. I was giving it my full attention. When I come back from where I remember when I was doing my national service, I'll take my laptop there. I was doing shift, so sometimes when we are doing the evening shift and we have the time to sleep, I would just go out upstairs and just be sending code emails like that. So I think if I'm to take myself back, I would have really planned ahead of time so that I wouldn't have gone through all those struggles and all of that. Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about people, wanting to know how much should they plan, in terms of finances. If you're able to calculate, how much did you invest in this whole process?
Yeah, I think I got that question some time back and I was not able to make reference to that
Yeah.
because the whole idea was get the schools, get your recommendation letters, apply,
Mhm.
forget the money. When time comes, the money is going to come. And it's
Yeah.
really for me. But now, if you really want to start this journey, my first advice for you will be like, okay, you know what? Go in for it. For the monetary issue, there's always going to you're always going to get the opportunity to pay one way or the other. But
Yeah.
if you are working now, you are getting some small funds from somewhere, be saving a little part of it. Because even if someone in the States is your friend and the person wants to help you, you don't want to put all your burdens on that person for the person to take care of all your deficit. Because in Ghana, like I said, I had people helping me. My friends were in the state, and some of them paid for my service fee and even my MRV fee,
Yeah.
but I didn't let it be like pay everything. I told them, you know what, bro, I have this. Can you help me with this? So
Okay.
it became easier for them to help me. But sometimes you get messages and the people want you to take everything. And, when you don't provide, they think you are in a state, you have money, you don't want to give. That's not the thing. Because um, the only thing I remember with the monetary issue is my plane ticket. And even with that, a good Samaritan here paid for me. I think it was around thousand. It was around $1,000 for my
Yeah.
plane ticket. And aside the plane ticket, I think the other monies that I wasted would be like $500. So in all, I wasted almost 1,700. Yeah, thousand seven
Yeah,
hundred
I would
dollars.
I wouldn't want us to classify that as waste. We spent that's how much you spent on the process, not necessarily waste.
Yeah, it's no waste.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. All right, so we are still here with Evans Japan, Ivagas TV on Facebook, and then Ivagas Online on YouTube. Please subscribe. And how do people get in touch with you? You have a lot of ideas about the process. I can people get in touch with you when people need help? To go through the process. How do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I think once you are on my Facebook page, Ivagas TV. Ivagas TV, my email is there, evansasante711@gmail.com. And I have someone who is handling that, but the person communicates directly to me, and I also have access to it. So you can send me a message there. My WhatsApp number is also very active, so you can check that out also on. I think it's on Facebook as well. So
Mhm.
my WhatsApp, my phone number is there, 0546 29 7784. You're going to reach me directly on that number, and the email as well. So anytime you want any assistance, you should and if you send me private messages on my platforms, TikTok, everywhere, I've opened it up. So if you send me private messages, if you want us to talk, I will just be there to answer. And yeah, that is how I've been doing it, and it's working. So
All right.
people should check
So
me
the,
out.
the email is Evans Asante 711@gmail.com. I'm sharing it in the comments so you can check it out. And then the number is +233. The WhatsApp number is +233 5. Go ahead.
546 29
546.
7784.
Okay,
546
so
29 7784.
all right, Evans, let's take our time. People want to write it down. So +233 546.
29.
Okay, 29 7784.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll be sharing that in the comment as well. You can check it out. Let me see if I can show it on the screen. You can easily get in touch with Evans if you need assistance of any form. Of course, if you want to apply to the school in which he is, he's super ready to help you. So I want to make sure that I posted both the email and then the WhatsApp number so that people can easily get that.
Mm.
Okay. So let's see. Is it correct? Is what I'm showing correct?
Yeah, that was perfect. Yeah. Evans
Okay,
Asante.
great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me see if I can also post. Yeah, this is the number as
Yeah, yeah,
well. So
yeah.
I'm sharing the number and then the email. This is how you're going to get in touch with. But subscribe to the Ivagas online YouTube channel as well as Ivagas, TV. Follow Ivagas TV on Facebook. And he'll be ready to help you. Let's talk about your visa interview. So after getting the admission and scholarship and all that, and again, you've given shout outs to a lot of people, and I really appreciate that you are giving credit to people who assisted you along the way, people who help you pay application fee, service fee, and all that. um let's give shout outs to those people, and if you want to say thank you to them for assisting you through the process.
I really appreciate. I'll mention their names: Caleb, Cindy, Nyamiye, Daniel, Winifred, Agnes. These were the major people that supported me. They were encouraging me, and one of them who was always like forcing me was Nyamini. I remember those times. It would be late abroad, but anytime I send her a message, she would just be there to respond to me. And I really didn't know why she was just going all out to just support me. And it's like she was seeing something I was not even seeing, because
Yeah,
I have her chat there, and she was like, no, even the first admission that I got with scholarship was from Southern Illinois, Edwardsville. But you know, the scholarship, there's small, it's just a tuition waiver. So when
Yeah.
I sent to her, I was so excited. Then she was like, no, Evans, you don't need this. You need a full ride scholarship. You need a fully funded scholarship. This is not fully funded scholarship. So let's still wait for the others. And lo and behold, ever since that came, the others were coming. And the scholarship were just attached to them. And I'm not saying I didn't get denials. The denials too came, but at the end of the day, I was able to get 5. And it was because of these people. They helped me pay the service fee, they helped me pay the visa application fee, and their words of encouragement as well. They sent me some of the things they use, their samples, their writing samples, their statement of purpose. So it was guiding me. You know, I had their templates and
Right.
I didn't plagiarize any of their things. You know, I just got them and I used it as a guide for mine, and it really worked out for me. So I thank all of them. God bless them. And I thank my recommenders to Professor Orchard, Professor Otibu, and yeah, any other person that maybe I didn't mention their names. I think you deserve all the Thanksgiving. I really, really appreciate it because this is a
Yeah.
dream come true.
Shout outs to Shaibu Prince. Shaibu Prince has a YouTube channel called Shy Guys. He always say gratitude, is a must. So thanks to all the people who guided Mr. Evans through the process, and now he's also impacting lives. We thank you, all of you. So we are moving on. Later on, I'll be sharing the link to for you to join us live in the studio, for you to interact. If you have any questions for Evans, you can directly ask him, and he'll be happy to respond. So Evans, we've done like almost an hour. How long can you go?
As long as we can go.
All right. So we'll be inviting people. I'll be sharing the link on the various social media platforms so that people can join us. But before people join us with their questions, what has been your best experience as an international student so far?
I think some of the statements, I'm just controlling myself. But Colorado Boulder is a predominantly white institution, PWI. So coming here was not really easy. And it's now that people know, because sometimes faculties in my department, they will be like, Evans, I'm seeing your YouTube, and I think it's because of you. That's why this year we got a lot of students here. And God being so good, 2 PhD students are coming to my department, and all of them are from Ghana. So I think the publicity, now people know Boulder, and the African community here is also getting there. But I think one thing that I really love here is the fact that things are going well. Like I said, if only you envision yourself to see greatness, then you are going to see greatness. But if you also become mediocre and you take things for
No, I want
granted.
you to repeat that. I love that. If you envision yourself to see greatness, then you're going to be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that.
It's all about the mind, and it's all about seeing yourself there. And here makes it so easy. If you are in sometimes in life, your environment determines where you are going to be, or where the level or the height you are going to be, your environment. So sometimes it's not, I'm not saying this as you coming here, it means everything is going to be perfect. It all depends on your mindset, how fortified it is, and what you want to achieve. Like I said, the system here has been created in a way that they want to see you succeed, and they want to see you do well for yourself. So when you come here, the little effort you put in the things you do, you are really going to make it. I have a lot of friends who want to be professors, and the path is so clear for them to become professors in the next 5 and 6 years. And if you don't want to be a professor, whatever you want to be here, it is very possible. So that is one thing that I've realized, and one thing that I'm still enjoying and benefiting from, the fact that once you come here, they've created paths, they've created ways that you can actually succeed. And one of the things that keep on pushing me is the sense of community, is the sense of knowing people, is the sense of asking questions. If you don't know, ask. Let them see you as dumb or whatever. Just ask, because when you ask, it makes the process easier. But if you want to be like, I know, because that's how the system here is like. They have been trained in a way that all of them, they are independent. They do things on their own. Sometimes, even if they are struggling, rather than asking you, they'll go and ask Google, or they'll go and search on Google to get answers rather than asking you.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't actually be like that. You can also be like that in a way, because it has its advantages and disadvantages. But
Mhm.
when you come here as an international African student, you got to lay low and create link and rapport with people who have been here for long, and study the system. US system was built on values and structure and laws. Once you know this system, once you know these values and structure, you'll be able to fit in. But when you come and you do things anyhow, it means that you will not really get where you want to get to, because international student, you have to work 20 hours. You come, you said, no, I'll not work 20 hours. I want to do more hours. And you do more hours. It means you are flattening you are going against the visa that you were given, and they
Right.
can bring you back home. So it's all about rules. It's all about putting yourself in. Yeah, I came with communication, and today sometimes this is very funny. Let me share it. Anytime I go out and I'm in a mess of people, they will ask you, "What are you studying? What are you studying?" You hear people engineering. Anytime you say communication, the next question they ask you is, "So after school, what do you want to do?"
What are you going to do with it? Yes.
But when people say computer science, when people say data science, they don't ask them follow-up questions. But when I
Mhm.
say my organizational communication, nowadays, first, when I used to say communication, I got the follow-up question. So what are you going to do with that? But now when I say organizational communication, at least they don't ask me that. But the thing is, you are watching this video, you are in Africa, you did IT. You want to come here with IT, but you know IT, they hardly fund. You want to come with computer science, you know they hardly fund. You want to come with certain courses, you know they hardly fund. Why don't you change your course, or why don't you follow a path that you know can give you the access for you to come? Yeah, probably it might not be what you want or what you want to come do. As I speak to you, Fred, I have a friend who has transferred his service and he's going to another school to do nursing. So it
Right.
becomes easier when you are on this land. Right now, as I sit here, certain things we can't say here, but I'm doing certain certifications that will actually prepare me for the job market. It
Mhm.
becomes easier when you are here, but when you are back home and you want to go for what I love, what I want, it might take you years. That is why I always say it's not for the hardworking people, it's for how smart you are going to be just to come here. Once you come here, every if I want to be a surgeon in the next 2 years, market, I will be a surgeon in this country, no matter what,
Yeah.
because they've made it so easy for you to be able to break through. That is how the system here is like. So you just have to come in. Once you come in, then you ask yourself, what is my purpose? What do I want to do in life? Because it's when you are able to know what you want to do, what are you good at, and what is going to bring you capital, what is going to give you fulfillment, then you start working towards that. And here it becomes so easy for you to work towards that.
Yeah, you're clearly speaking my mind, and I think that most people back home, that is their struggle. That there's a certain program making the whole process very difficult for you. Why don't you switch it up? Why are you
Mm.
limiting yourself, putting your eggs in one basket? There's a program that could easily get you. And but that was so much wisdom, pouring out there, right? So the link to join us, the conversation is becoming more interesting, and I like how smart Evans is, and how he's explaining the whole process. So please click on use the link. I'm sharing it on the various social media platforms. Use that link to join, and then you can directly talk to Ivagas. We are on a video, so if you want me to bring you up, please put on your video, and then make sure that you have a very quiet background that wouldn't be distractive to our listeners and then viewers as well. So
Please,
Abdul
I have question.
is
Yes,
joining us. Hi Abdul, how are you doing?
yes. Oh, I'm good, sir. Please,
Which country are you joining us from?
please, I'm joining you from Ghana,
Right.
and yes, please.
Have you
I have a question.
subscribed to?
Can I
Yeah,
come in?
bro,
I
relax,
really enjoy your. Yes,
relax,
thank
relax,
you so much
relax,
for giving me this
bro,
opportunity.
relax. I'm asking you if you've subscribed to Ivagas online, and then follow the Facebook page as well.
Oh, I've not subscribed,
You
but let
have
me
to.
just do that right now.
Yeah, do that, and then we'll bring you on. So I shared the link. The link is also on the screen. You can just type it into your browser, and then it will take you directly to StreamYard, so you can join us live in the studio to directly ask if I got your questions already. We've shared the email address, the WhatsApp number of Ivagas if you want to get in touch with him, and also his YouTube channel is Ivagas Online. Please subscribe. And then the Facebook platform is Ivagas TV. Kindly follow as well. So Abdul is ready. Abdul, let's talk to Ivagas.
Yes, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Please, I'm applying and I started, that was last year, but I wasn't having my transcript. But right now I have all my transcripts, and then I'm also working in the school as a network administrator in that university, and I have a lot of connections. But right now, I need a recommendation letter, which I told some of the lecturers and then the professors, and they are willing to give it to me. But my problem right now is I'm applying to many universities, and I don't know. Should I require for one recommendation letter that I can use to apply to all the universities, or how am I going to do it? That is my problem right now. I don't know. Are you getting me? So I'm confused there. Can I use one recommendation, or I have to?
Yeah, I think I don't know if Fred. Okay, if Fred is not.
No,
I think.
Evans, all the questions are for you for today. You know, you respond to every question. So
Okay, yeah. I think it's not advisable to get the recommendations and submit it on your own. I don't know if you are targeting other countries. I don't know how they work. I focus on US. US, you don't do it that way. US, when you are applying, there's always a section where the recommendation section, they are going to ask you what is the name of the recommender. Once you put the name, they will ask you what is his role. And sometimes they will ask you what is your connection to the person. So maybe the person is your supervisor or the person is your teacher. You put it there. Then they will ask you, even sometimes some of them, they will ask for their number, their contact. And the other thing they are going to ask you is their email account, their institutional email. So once you put that email into that box or that session and you press submit, they are going to send a link to their emails. They will send a link to your professor's emails, and your professors are going to have that audacity to recommend you. You know, and even recommendations, when you are that session, there's always two things there. They will ask you, do you wish your right to waive, or you do not wish your right to waive? Right? So always go for I wish my right to waive. It means that you don't even want to have access to the recommendations that they are submitting on your behalf. That shows confidentiality. That shows that indeed you have that relationship with them. You are not scared because you know you did good in school and they are going to write good things about you. So you don't want to see it. If you go for I do not wish my right to waive, it means that before they submit the recommendation letters, you can have access to it. You can see it before the school also are going to have access to it. And whenever it happens that way, they know it's not legit. Maybe you even change something in a recommendation letter. So that is how it is like. You shouldn't get the recommendation letters and submit it as if you are the professor. The professor should do it without you even knowing. Just that when they submit it, you get a notification in your email that Professor A, B, and C has submitted a recommendation on your behalf. That is the only thing you see. You will not even get access to the recommendation. And that when that happens, it means you are on the right path.
all right. When that happens, it means you're on the right path. Thank you for joining, Abdul. We really appreciate you. You can also click on the link I shared on the various Fred Effect social media platforms on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X to be able to join us live. I'll share the link in the chat as well. It's also rolling on the screen, so you can you can just type it in your browser and join us. All right. So let's talk to our brother. Is he ready? Emmanuel, are you ready for us?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please go ahead with your question, sir.
Okay, so my question is, when you send the code mails to the department head and then they respond with yeah, thank you for submitting, or thank you for writing to us, all students are welcome to apply, and then they send you the link to check for the scholarship and then other stuff. Is that a positive comment, or it's just I
No,
know if you're
that's not.
getting me?
I don't see that as a positive comment. I think what you are doing there is just repetition, and sometimes it's even a red flag, because if the scholarship is on the website and you didn't check it out, and you sent them a message about it, and they are referring you to where it is, then it means you are not even ready to do research. So that is one thing that you always take care, like pay attention to before you ask any question to the programs coordinator. Make sure you've identified or you've located that on the department website, because you don't want to be repeating questions. The moment you repeat questions, they will know that you are not even doing due diligence to whatever thing that. And sometimes just go to the frequently asked questions. Whatever you are looking for will be there. Frequently asked questions, FAQs. They've answered all your questions there. So what you can do is that you can ask same question but in a very different format, so that they wouldn't know that this is what you're actually arriving at, although they will know your point, but it wouldn't be like the same thing, because if the same thing, they will just go and copy it and send it to you and give you the impression that this thing you should have done it, but you wanted me to do it for you, I've done it for you. So it all depends on what message are you sending the programs coordinator, what is the content of it, what do you want to find out. Check the department website. If it is on the department website, there is no need going to ask them again. There were times that I sent them emails about certain specific things because it was not clear. I needed clarity, and sometimes to it was the same thing I wanted them to talk about, but I asked the question in a very different way that they wouldn't think that is the same thing that I'm asking of. So you should be very strategic about it. You shouldn't just go and send them anything because we said send code emails. And sometimes, let me tell you the hard truth. It's not everyone we send code emails to. I'm telling you, it's not every program that you have to send code emails to. There are some programs I applied, I never sent anybody anything. Some I sent, they didn't even mind me. They didn't give me admission, they didn't give me funding. So you should know, you should be able to tell, and you should be able to be strategic about this whole process.
All right, so you should be strategic about this whole process. Thank you, Evans and Emmanuel. Thank you for joining, and please subscribe to the Evergas Online, Evergas TV as well. So let's talk to Wilfred Peter Ingede. Did I get your name right? I'm sorry if I got it wrong.
Hello, good evening.
I'm sorry. You know, you have to take the minor off. It's unfortunate that social media does not allow that. So, please, you would have to get a quiet background with the child at the background. We can't have you on. So, Mr. Ofori, please go on. Mr. Ofori, your microphone is muted, sir. All right, Mr. Ofori, please go on.
I'm speaking from Ghana.
Right, go ahead.
Speaking from Ghana.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Evans. I like the vibe. I like the way you are educating us this evening. God bless you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. My question is, I'm also a graduate from UCC. I graduated in 2014. And my question is, can you help me with some of the schools that waive the IELTS and the GRE, and also give fully funded scholarship some of the schools? Because in my research, I've been trying to find some of them. And you see, you'll be working along the way, then this IELTS or GRE will come across. Then that means you need to start all over again. And now writing GRE and this IELTS is a huge sum of money in Ghana here. So please, can you help some of the schools that waive IELTS and GRE, and the same school to give fully funded scholarships? Thank you.
Your question is good, but it's still too general. What program are you looking at?
For me, I'm looking at engineering or chemistry.
Yeah, so engineering and chemistry, there are quite a number of them. Even my school. My school is renowned and known for engineering, and they've produced very great astronomers here in the United States. So when one of their hallmark, one of their register is engineering programs here in CU Boulder. So check it. I have my Nigerian friends who are here who are doing engineering, and it's fully funded. And recently, a Ghanaian even came from tech, straight bachelor's to PhD, fully funded. So check here, but I don't have some of them at the back of my mind. So what you're going to do is that check my YouTube channel, Evergas Online. I did 34 public universities that offer like fully funded scholarship in the United States, but I was looking at communication programs. So go and check the same school and check for your program in those same schools. I think that is going to help you.
Okay. Sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So let's make it easy for him. I'm trying to share your YouTube channel. Let's see, what video are you referring to, Evans?
Yeah, so I think you scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing you scroll here, but I think there's one video I did. It starts with like 34 public universities that gives.
Okay, here's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was posted 7 months ago. Please check the video out. It's about 30 minutes and all that. All right, let's pick another person. CC. Let's see. CC is on. Hi, CC. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, sir. Mr. Fred, how are you?
I'm good. Have you subscribed to Ivagas Online?
Yeah, I just subscribed to his Facebook.
Thank you.
I just followed
go ahead with your question.
All right, so Mr. Fred, I need help. I've been a follower of your page since I think last year. I graduated from high school in 2021, and I am from the Gambia, West Africa. So I had these dreams of applying for scholarships and then admissions, but then I had a disappointment when my results came out because most of my grades were scored in C6. But then later on, I applied to a university, Minnesota, Mankato, and then I was rejected. And then the advice I got when I asked for what I should do in order to be able to, gain admissions there, the advice that I got from the counselor was that I could apply to a local university or college in my area and then transfer, or better still, apply for some other programs. So I decided to apply in my country here, the Gambia, and I'm currently studying a diploma in pharmacy technical program. So I want to know if I could use your guidance, like if you could help me through to obtain admissions into a pharmacy program upon completion, because I'm expected to complete this program by summer of next year.
All right, Evans, you want to go ahead and respond?
No, this one you have to take it.
All right, so Cisse, what happens is that my team currently works on applications for free for individuals with high school and diploma. We just have to schedule a one-on-one conversation so that we discuss the entire process. We take your documents and then we work on the application for you. So Gideon, I don't know if Gideon is on. So Cisse, that's how it's done. I'm going to share the link you can use to schedule the meeting. This is the link you can use to schedule the meeting. It's rolling on the screen. So if you use that link, let's see. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's the link. You use this link. We can schedule a one-on-one meeting, and then we will start your process from there.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining. Let's see who is on. Robert, your microphone would have to be on if you have a question for Evans.
Hello, Mr. Fred.
We are not seeing you, Robert. Hello, you have a handsome face. Look at your face, and you're hiding it.
Hello, Mr. Fred. Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've sent a couple of emails to Ivagas, but I think it's been a long time since you replied me. But Evans, I have a question. This is my question. I want to ask whether is it right to send code emails to a graduate coordinator of the same department, the same university, and a professor seeking for maybe a research assistant at the same time seeking for maybe teaching assistants? Maybe you are just waiting, maybe one will pick so that you attend to that one.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do. It all depends on the program you are coming to do. When you are coming to do the STEM, engineering, aerospace, whatever, chemical engineering, you have to be talking to the professors a lot, because when you come to those fields here in the United States, those professors in the STEM, most of them, they get grants from the government. So when they get the grants, they've gotten the grant because they want to conduct a particular research, maybe in petroleum. So maybe you are also in Ghana, you did petroleum engineering. So you have to be talking to a professor whose research interest is in that area. Maybe in the fourth semester, he will be needing students to work with because he applied for the grant and he has gotten the funds. And when he was applying, you have to write a proposal. So he stated that he will be working with 10 students. And that 10 students, maybe you'll be part of them as a result of your code emails with them and they seeing that your interest aligns with theirs. That is just one side of the story. Now, there are some schools, they are not taking grants. They are just professors who are going about their normal research activities. Once you send them a message that you want to work with them, the professor who is currently the professor who is currently my supervisor, I think when I sent him a message when I was in Ghana, he didn't mind me. About 3 professors now, they are my very close friends. When I was in Ghana, I sent them messages. They didn't mind me. So I used what, sometimes you have to look at the flow. There are certain people you're going to talk to them, the way they will respond, you know that you can continue with them. There are some people, the way they are going to respond, you know that the energy is not there, so you just get rid of them. So talk to professors, but also focus director of graduate studies or program coordinators or department chair, depending on the school. Talk to them as well, because sometimes the strategy I was using was the fact that sometimes before I talk to them, I looked at their research interests and I will tell them, you know what, I'm interested in what you are doing, knowing what that maybe that semester they are not teaching, because sometimes if they are the programs coordinators and the department chair, they hardly teach graduate students. They teach them just undergraduate, or sometimes they don't even teach at all. So they are going to tell you, you know what, I'm not teaching. And I would find it very difficult to supervise you, and they can recommend you to another professor. So you see how the thing is like. You always have to check the flow and look at how you go about it. And yeah, it will be good.
Right, it will be good. Let's talk to my brother Inusa. Inusa, salam alaikum. Hello, Inusa.
Yeah.
Inusa,
Hello, Mr. Fred.
salam alaikum.
Good evening, Mr. Fred. Well, hello,
Yeah.
Mr. Fred, and I'm really happy that I've gotten the chance to speak to you this evening.
Right, go ahead, talk to you.
Mr. Fred, please, my question goes to you. Can I go ahead?
All right, go on. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, Mr. My first question is, in case you are being asked during the application process that how would you fund your education? What's the best response to give? That's my first question.
Yeah, Evans,
knowing very well that you're looking for funding.
Yeah, how would you fund? I don't know where you are going to see that, but you should. One thing I always tell people, before you even apply to a school, you should make enquiries whether they fund even before you apply. So the question you are asking, it seems you didn't even make enquiries whether they fund before you went into it. Later you saw that and you are now wondering how you are going to go about it. No, that is not how you do it. Before you choose any school to apply into that school, you should make sure that they fund, right? Whether it's automatic funding or you have to make a separate application for the funding, you should know even before you start the application. So when I was in Ghana, if the school even says we give limited funding opportunities, sometimes I'll send a message and ask, how many do you take? And some of them, they'll tell me we fund only 2 students. Out of the hundreds of students they are going to take, they are going to fund 2. Those schools, I was not applying. I will not apply. Because although I knew I was good, but you never know who is coming with their credentials and their kind of portfolio. I'm not saying this to, if I'd had the money, and the reason why I didn't apply to those schools was because they were also taking application fees. If the application fees were waived or it was waived, I would have made an attempt, because the 2 people they were going to fund, it could also be me. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to let you know is the fact that check and make sure they fund. If you don't see it or you are not so certain about it, send them a message, send the coordinators a message for clarity even before you apply.
Okay, I think let me bring up a top up. I contacted the coordinator and he was like, they do provide teaching assistantship and then research assistantship, but in the application process, you see the question, how would you fund your education? So it baffled me.
So how will you fund your education? They will give sections. So what did they say? Under that, what did they say?
They just needed an explanation.
So how are you going to fund them? You just be real and tell them that you would love to be considered for graduate assistantship.
Okay, I get you. I get you. My second question is about transcript evaluation, and it is I have an HND in civil engineering, and when I evaluated it was a 3-year course or 3-year program. When I did the evaluation, I was expecting a 4-year of US undergraduate studies, but it came out as 3 years of US undergraduate studies. It was really amazing to me. I was expecting 4 years, but it came as 3 years. It was really amazing. So in case I'm applying to for a graduate program like a master's degree, during the application process, am I supposed to choose a bachelor degree? That am I supposed to say I have a bachelor degree, or what do I choose?
Yeah, I think you should be able to use it to apply. If that is what came, at the end of the day, what matters is the fact that that transcript has been evaluated. Once it has been evaluated, there's no problem. You should be able to use it to apply. The fact that it's not 4 years and you saw that it's 3 years, I think it shouldn't stop you, or it shouldn't prevent you. And sometimes if you want to be so certain about it, have that conversation with the programs coordinators and you'll be good. But I think you should be good to apply with that under bachelor's.
Okay, my last question, and this one goes to Fred. This one goes to Mr. Fred. Fred said those with HND or should target private universities instead of public. I wanted to know why he said that. Though I know the public is less expensive as so I wanted to know why he said that.
Inisa, don't put words in my mouth. I never said that. Inisa, I never said that though. Where did you hear that?
Should I come again?
Yeah, I said I never said that. I've never said that. Inisa, I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said that. I never said that anywhere. I don't know where you had that information from. It's quite unfortunate that there are some people who are using the brand name, and they download the things I post, and then they've also created a Facebook page that they are using to scam people. Some people are demanding money from innocent people and all that. So I'll use this opportunity to tell everybody. So they've been posting other things, but when people see the flyer and then the design, because they've already downloaded those ones from my page and they are using them, people believe that I am the one that is behind that. No, so we want everybody to be careful. It's quite unfortunate, and sorry to all those people who have been scammed. They didn't know, innocent people who fell to those scams. So those people are using my designs, my brand name and everything, and they've created a different Facebook page. So normally they have less followers, and then people normally wouldn't necessarily notice the spot the difference, and they engage with those people. And I think that could be one of those posts that Inusa saw, that he said I posted something like that. No, I did not. All right. I know Gideon is trying to get on, but I think his network is not stable. So let's see if we can pick another person. Abanga, how you doing?
Fine, thank you, Mr. Fred.
Yeah. Please talk. Yeah, please talk to Evans.
Good evening, Mr. Evans. I'm from
All
Ghana.
correct. All correct.
Please, I want to know I guess went to Facebook and I saw Mr. Fred recently. So today I opened my Facebook and I met him chatting with you. So I want to know the schools that offer nursing courses in US, if you can help me.
Oh, okay. So that one, to be honest, I don't have any schools right now, like off script. I don't know how to even put it. But one thing you can do is just to search on Google and be like public universities in the United States that offer nursing courses. You're going to get a lot of them. Then you start looking into them one after the other. So I think that would be very, very best. But right now, nursing, no, I don't have any school in mind. I can mention some schools just because I know schools, but not necessarily because they do nursing. And you know, nursing too, a lot goes into it. I think you have to sometimes provide some SAT, and even if it's not SAT and some exams, nursing, you don't really get funding in nursing because it's a professional course. Sometimes some schools might they might fund it, but it's not really common getting funding in those schools. So the best thing for you to do, Google public universities in the United States that offer nursing and give assistantship, or they give funding or scholarship. When it comes, you start searching and start jotting down the ones you need and looking into them specifically.
Okay, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Are you looking at a master's or undergraduate in nursing?
Masters.
What is your background?
I have I did a diploma for 3 years and a top-up degree for 2 years.
Oh, okay. So have you gotten your transcript evaluated?
No, please.
Okay, that would be super helpful when you want it. So with your background, you can target a direct master's in nursing or a PhD in nursing. Hopefully, I'll be posting the other related programs you can pursue, as well as the universities you should target, hopefully tomorrow or the next day, and then you can check that video out.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, brother. Let's talk to Samuel. Peter, what's your full name, sir? And I think you're missing from the frame. We are not seeing you. So you are an ambassador for youth opportunities in Rwanda, right? We can't hear you. Oh, unfortunately, your microphone is not connected. Samuel, we can't hear you. Oh, okay. Okay. Samuel's microphone was not connected. So we had someone joining us from Rwanda. So we have over 1,200 people watching us across our social media platforms. If you are just joining in, you're welcome. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform. We have close to 1 million followers across our social media platforms. On X, it's the Fred Effect. On Instagram, the Fred Effect. YouTube is the Fred Effect, and Facebook as well as TikTok, the Fred Effect. If you want to get in touch, it's easy. Please send me a direct message on Instagram. I'll be happy to respond to that. Now, over more than half a decade now, the Fred Effect platform has a WhatsApp platform for individuals preparing for their visa interview. So we meet and then we guide you through the process in terms of how to respond to those questions. And fortunately, we have collaborations with former visa officers, which is Argo Visa. So sometimes we get them on our platform, we interview them, and you can also schedule a one-on-one conversation with a former visa officer before you go for your visa interview. If you want to get in touch, you have a question, you can use the link I'm sharing on the screen to schedule a one-on-one conversation. We'll be happy to assist you. So Evans, let's take your final words, and then we hint on how people can get in touch with you. So it's via WhatsApp, the WhatsApp number. I will show it again, and also via email, people can get in touch with you. What will be your final words to anybody who is being motivated by your story, who want to start this whole process again? The one thing we couldn't touch on was the visa processes and all that. I know you talk a lot about it on the various social media platforms on Facebook and on YouTube. So what will be your final words to somebody who has tried this whole process, is not working? They are demotivated. They went for visa interview, didn't go well. What do you have to say to such an individual?
Yeah, I think giving up is not an option. You shouldn't give up if really you want to use this route. You shouldn't give up, because in life, there are always going to be challenges. You are always going to face certain hurdles. You're always going to face certain misfortunes. That's how life is. Not everything you plan is always going to follow as such. sometimes things happen, life happens. And I think that shouldn't be something that will still let you abolish the kind of dreams that you have. If you feel in your spirit, if you feel it in your heart, if you feel it in your mind that this is something that when you keep on pursuing, you will actually get to where you want to get to, then don't stop. Don't stop it, because it's little by little, there's something they say, a house was not built in a day. You get a point. A process. It took me almost 6 months getting to 1 year to prepare, And when the opportunities came for me to select from the 5 universities, I was even confused. That is what hard work is like. When you put in hard work and you are smart about the whole process, you realize that you get a lot of opportunities and you don't even know which ones to choose from. So I know you are watching me by now. You've tried several times, and agents here and there, still you are not seeing any results. Come to us. Let's talk and let's help you out in the process, because it is possible. Aaron will always say your dream is valid. It's valid. You should keep on keeping on, and you shouldn't stop, because this is one of the life transforming, life changing experience you ever get. Because some of the things, like I said, we can't really say them here, but the US is land of opportunities. Once you come here, you'll be able to figure life out and you'll be able to do well for yourself. If we are doing it, what is stopping you from also doing it? It is possible. So please don't limit yourself in any regard. Believe in yourself, believe you can do it. Put in that application and press submit. Submit that application. You got to submit it no matter what. Sometimes you apply to a school and the school rejects you, and you're like, you know what, I'll not apply to that school. No, apply again to that same school. I know of a friend, he applied to University of Maine, he didn't get accepted. He asked the programs coordinator, why did you reject me? They gave him reasons for the rejection. The following year, he applied to 8 schools. Out of the 8 schools, he got 7 rejections, and it was the school that rejected him last year. The school that rejected him the year he applied, that was the school that accepted him with fully funded scholarship. You shouldn't give up, because this dream is possible. This dream, let it come alive. And it's going to help you and that of your generation, to be honest. Imagine you are done with your master's or your PhD from where? United States, Connecticut, Boulder, Colorado. It gives you some kind of prestige. It gives you some kind of advantage. It gives you some kind of advancement in life. So please don't limit yourself. Once you get opportunity, get hold of it and don't leave it, because opportunity comes but once. Thank you very much.
All right, so opportunity comes but once, bro. I admire your positivity, how you speak with encouragement, and the passion with which you are using to support people. I appreciate you for coming through and also sharing your ideas and information with everyone on this platform. So please subscribe to the Fred Effect YouTube channel, as well as Ivagas Online, and follow Ivagas TV on Facebook as well. So bro, finally, how do people get in touch? Let's put out the WhatsApp number as well as the email as well.
So the email, evansasanti711@gmail.com. You are going to get to me when you send me a message on this. And also WhatsApp +233 546 29 7784. 0546 29 7784 +233 546 29 7784. You are going to get to me when you reach me on this. And my name implies Ivagas Online. I don't sleep. I'm always online to respond to your messages. So please come on board and I brought a mentorship program, and I got almost like 30 people in the mentorship.
Let's talk about the mentorship program. So if somebody wants to sign up, how do they do it?
Yeah, actually registration is over, but I still have the recordings there. If you still want to join the mentorship program, I can still add you to the group. And I'm teaching them how to apply to schools by yourself, and it's been super amazing with the resources I'm giving to them and with the live session I have with them, and they bring their questions and I'm there to answer it. I'm going to review their statement of purpose for them. I'm going to show them how to search and hunt for schools that are going to give them funding and scholarship opportunities. So please reach out to me. Once you reach out to me and you want to join the mentorship program, although it's over, I can still make a space for you, because we are going to end it in first week of August, so we still have enough time.
I think there is a brother. We are almost done, but there's a brother who wanted to speak to you, Mr. Edmond. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, Fred.
Yeah, we are almost done. So lucky you. Let's go and talk to Mr. Evans.
Yeah. Sorry for coming in late. I also applied to one school, Grand Valley State University, but unfortunately, I had admission to pursue a computer sciences program, but I was denied my visa. That was last month. I went for the visa interview, but I was denied. So I wanted to know. I want to reapply again, but my issue has to do with the recommendation letters. Sometimes my school, I don't know what to do. You send them messages for them to send recommendation letters through, and they are very reluctant to do it. I did a distant program with tech, so that is why I normally refer my recommendation letters to. And getting people to do it for me is a challenge. What do I do? Do I have to go to the campus to beg some of the lecturers to do it for me, or what?
Yeah, I think you have to go. Those times, Freddy first will tell you from Bole Bamboy to UCC, he was going because he wanted recommendation letters. So you have to go there if the course are not helping you. And this one thing I don't normally say. My recommenders, it got to a point in time they were fed up, so they stopped recommending me. So I needed to use other alternatives. One of them even told me, "So Evans, what if all the 16 schools accept you? Which one are you going to go to?" He was just trying to tell me that we're break. So I think what you can do is that do everything, because you need the recommendation letters. So if it demands that you take a car or pick a car and go to the school to get it, please do it and go and get it, because you need the recommendation letter. They don't want the situation where they don't know who is applying to their department. Are you a robot? Are you, maybe you are not even a human being, or maybe you are an AI? So they want the recommendation letters in order for them to know that it is actually Apia Edmond who is applying to my department.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Fred, I think he's done.
Okay, all right. So thank you, Evans. So I want the school that our brother applied to, is currently waiving application fee. It's called Grand Valley State University. Shout outs to all my friends at Grand Valley State University, and they are waiving the application fee. And I'm sharing your screen right now if you can see, but it's only for undergraduate applications, so it will be for a limited time. The application fee originally supposed to be, I think, $30, and they are waiving it at the moment. I'm sharing the screen if you could see. So, Evans, I want you to help me do something. Most of our brothers and sisters are doing great, creating content that to share their journey and all that. It will be good that we'll let people know, their platforms, and then they can follow and subscribe, as well. So let's start with of course, Ivagas.
Yeah, Fred, you are off. We can't hear you.
Okay, so all right, I'm back. I think I mistakenly exited. All right, so I was saying that most of our brothers are, doing great in terms of the content creation, to share their journey and their experience to help people. So I want you to help me so that we throw light on their platform, so that people can follow and subscribe as well. So obviously, Ivagas YouTube channel is called Ivagas Online, and that's what I'm sharing at the moment, Ivagas Online. And he has a lot of content there that you should check out. He's explaining, he talks to people who have been through the process. You should subscribe to that as well. So there's also the Facebook platform, which is Ivagas TV on Facebook, and I'm sharing that quickly as well. So this is the Ivagas TV Facebook page. So bro, let's talk about other platforms that people should check out. Peter Bewa, right?
Yeah, Peter Bewa.
Yeah. So Peter Bewa TV, our brother is in Canada. He's doing amazing. This is his platform. He has over 61,000 followers. He's very inspirational. Check out Peter Bewa TV as well. Who again? Let's talk about Aaron in Spice, right?
Yeah, Aaron in Spice.
Yeah, Aaron in Spice. Let's see if I can find that. Okay, I can't find Aaron in Spice, unfortunately. Okay, Aaron in Spice is here. So Aaron in Spice TV is also doing amazing. You can follow Aaron in Spice on Facebook. He also has a YouTube channel called Aaron in Spice. Bro, who again?
I don't know if JC Consult is on Facebook.
Okay, so I know JC Consult is on YouTube. So let's see if we can quickly check out on YouTube and yeah, so JC Consult is on YouTube as well. So that's our brother JC Consult. He has over 10,000 followers. He's doing amazing. Please check out his content on YouTube as well.
Kingsford Onyina.
Okay, yeah, that's my brother Kingsford Onyina. So Kingsford Onyina is on YouTube. He's one of the pioneers, who has been creating great content. Kingsford Onyina, check out his YouTube channel, especially the first video that he made. That was amazing. So please follow Kingsford Onyina also on YouTube.
Grad Cafe.
Okay, Grad School Cafe. So Grad School Cafe is Barakisu. Barakisu is studying at the University of Michigan, right? Yeah, so that is her YouTube channel. He has amazing content. Very intelligent lady. Please follow. So that is Grad School Cafe. So GRADSCH then CAFE as well. I don't want to miss anyone out. There is Plan Ahead GH. Let's see. Yeah, he is in Canada. Amazing guy. He's also, giving out very great content that you should check out. Plan Ahead GH. He wants you to plan ahead. I love this guy. He's very inspiring. And then
Shy
Guys. Okay, let me see if I can type Nana Bafo TV. Yes. So Nana Bafo is also in Canada. Great guy. He's also doing amazing content that if you want to especially go to Canada, you should check out Nana Bafo TV on YouTube as well. And then Shy Guys, right?
Yeah.
Shy Guys is actually my senior at Ohio University and also a University of Cape Coast. Please check out Shy Guys TV. I think he's also a PhD student at University of Michigan, if I'm correct. Yeah, so this is Shy Guys as well. SHAIGUIDES. Please check out Shy Guys. I don't want to leave anyone out, bro.
Sam, I don't know if Sam. I don't know. I'm trying to get the name for his YouTube. Sam and the other guy you interviewed recently, I think he has a YouTube channel. The guy for undergraduate.
Net Community. Yes. So Net Community, he's doing an undergraduate at West Virginia. So he has a YouTube channel. He's huge on TikTok. Check out the NATE community, Net Community. There is Irene Lutrot. Irene is in Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. Check out Irene. And then there's Miss Hetty too. So Miss Hetty.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I don't leave anyone out. Yeah. So check out Miss Hetty as well. She's also at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. That's Choco Millionaire. Yes. Shout out to Choco Millionaire. So Choco Millionaire is huge on Facebook as well, and then also on YouTube. So check out Choco Millionaire's platform as well. I don't know if I forgot anyone, but I think I would have to, sometimes write them down and be able to share with people that people have done it. They are sharing how they did it. All you need to do is to subscribe to their platform, share, interact, and then benefit from the ideas and information they are sharing. So, bro, I forgot my brother Study Abroad Diary. There's Study Abroad Diaries, and then there's also Study Amitus.
Philia G.
Yes. That's a big brother of mine. Phila GH. He's also doing great. He has a huge TikTok family that help people out. So check out Phila GH TV as well. And then Study Abroad Diaries. So she is currently at Virginia Tech University. That's a sister. She was initially at University of Michigan, Western Michigan University, and then Central Michigan University, and then she moved to Virginia Tech University pursuing a PhD. I don't know if I missed anyone, but I'm sorry if I missed anyone, but I have to make a list and then come on and let people know as well. So, bro, I appreciate you for coming through. Thank you so much. We have to do this once again. Maybe some other time we have to do it. I've really enjoyed this section, bro.
Yeah, I'm always ready, sir.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so that was Ivagas TV. The Facebook page is Ivagas TV. The YouTube platform is Ivagas Online. My name has been Fred, and this is the biggest Study Abroad content platform. Today we had over 1,300 people who are tuning in across our social media platforms to watch us. Be part of the family. What we do here is to share ideas and information in a more inspiring way. Sometimes, it could be discouraging. It could be that it's difficult. No, it's not. You can do it. If Fred was able to do it, you can also do it. If Ivagas was able to do it, you can also do it. So for the past almost have a decade now, the Fred Effect platform has a WhatsApp group. Now, the WhatsApp group is specifically for individuals who are preparing for their visa interview. So if you send me a message on Instagram, the Instagram handle is the Fred Effect across all the social media platforms. I'll be happy to add you to the platform so that you can also prepare. It's free. You don't have to pay anything for your interview. Now, if you're listening, if you're watching right now, if you click on the subscribe button, if you click on the share button, you're contributing to the greater good that this platform is serving. Now, because of my story of struggling to get support for my flight ticket when I got my visa, the team, out of the earnings of the various platforms that we have, contribute to helping other people to, realize their dreams. So recently we collaborated with Wendy. Wendy is on Facebook. And then we were able to support some students with over $3,000 of flight ticket. And there are some students who we assist behind the scenes, to be able to, sometimes people get visas and just like my story, it's difficult for them to raise the funds, to push through to achieve their dreams. So what the team does is that out of the earnings, so when you subscribe, when you click on the follow button, when you share, when you comment, it helps to grow the platform so that the earnings that come out of it, we will contribute it to the greater good of other people. Who knows, you're a family member of yours, or maybe as a son, a daughter of yours could also benefit from this. And so please click on the subscribe button, click on the like button. It helps in terms of pushing the platform so that we can continue to support other people. Now, my team, the Fred Effect team, is the only team that assists individuals with high school and diploma who want to pursue a bachelor's degree. So if you are done with high school, don't limit yourself to only the country in which you are. There are a lot of opportunities with universities waiving application fee, offering scholarships that you can take advantage of. So we've been assisting a lot of people. All you need to do is to use the link I'm sharing on the screen to be able to schedule a one-on-one meeting with a Fred Effect team. We will take your document and be able to work on the application for you for free. So if you use the link, you'll be able to schedule a 30-minute conversation. We explain the whole process to you, and then we start the process from there. Now, if you also want to pursue a master's or a PhD, there is a mentorship program that you can be part of. So use the link, the same link, to share to schedule a meeting, and then we can take it from there. So send me a private message on Instagram. The Instagram handle is the Fred Effect. Also, the Fred Effect team has collaborations with former visa officers, which is the Argo Visa. So Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers who have, been on the other side issuing visas. If you are going for your visa interview, to be important that you schedule a one-on-one conversation with an actual former visa officer who will go through your document. Because of the training they've gone through, they'll be able to assist you to easily get your visa approved. Use the link I'm sharing on the screen to do that. So on Friday this week, we'll be talking to an admissions officer from St. Cloud State University to let you know how you can apply to this university, what programs they offer, and how to get scholarships from them as well. My name has been Fred. I appreciate you for joining. I want you to remain positive and understand that everything will be fine. Thank you for tuning in. It's been an insightful session. This session will still be live across our social media platforms, so you can go and then rewatch it and benefit from all the information that Ivagas shared with us today. Be positive and know that everything will be fine. I'll see you next week.